a few people in the room tonight. See some familiar friends and faces. Thank you for making the effort. Dan Raphael, the president of ESPN. Chris Mannix, the president of DAZN as well, in here. Many familiar faces from the media, and John David Jackson and All Stars Boxing. Hello, Joe. Also, though, we're here obviously tonight for the World Middleweight Championship. Mark Taffet as well. Hello, Mark. We're here for the Middleweight World Championship tonight for Danny Jacobs. I think it's a wonderful fight. Jacobs against Derevenchenko for the IBF World title. But, of course, last week we saw another star emerge onto the 160-pound scene. Before we begin this press conference, just a quick round of applause for the newly crowned WBO Middleweight Champion of the World, Demetrius "Boo-Boo" Andrade. Already, Paul, his father, has told me about 2 dates at the Dunkin' Donuts Centre in Providence that are available in January. So, no messing around. Straight back to action very soon. This card has been brewing for a while. There's been a lot happening at DAZN, talking about our November, December shows. You may have seen a recent addition to the platform, an exciting young fighter called Canelo that's just joined the DAZN platform. Obviously, he's going to be boxing here at Madison Square Gardens in December, on December 15 against Rocky Fielding for the WBA Super Middleweight World Championship. And we've been biding our time with this one. And I was laying in bed the other night. I won't go into it too much, but I got a phone call from Guadalupe, Valencia, and he was telling me about this young man called Nico Hernandez. And I went onto YouTube and I watched Nico Hernandez, and I saw what we love in the UK, which is passion, which is excitement, which is a city that is behind the sport and behind their fighters. And then I realised that Brandon Rios is from Kansas as well. So luckily, we spoke to Mike Garrow and John Anderson very quickly, and the rate that this is moved at, literally it was 2 days ago, we decided to take this to the Kansas Star Arena in Kansas on November the 17th, and I'm really, really, really excited. We've got about 6,000 seats to fill, which I believe we're going to sell every one of them, which is a rarity for US boxing. But this is part of our plan and our process to come to cities where we can actually get excitement. You know, we've been to Chicago, it was great. Went to Boston, it was great. People are happy that we're there. Thank you for bringing boxing to Chicago and Boston. Now with Kansas, this is a whole nother level of excitement. The one word that I can use to describe this event is wild. It is going to be wild. And I thank again Mike and John, because, you know, I don't know a lot about Kansas, and you guys do. And we're moving quick. We've got 3 weeks tonight to sell this place out, and we're going to do it. And Brandon's going home for the first time in a long time to fight in Kansas. And of course, Nico, you know, Olympic medalist, is a real emerging star from Kansas as well. And not just that, the entire card from top to bottom. You know, Jarrell Miller, who is now emerging, I believe, as one of the top heavyweights in the division. Someone that, again, through our stable and through Greg and Dimitri, is allowing to be active. So important for fighters to be active. You see so many great fighters now in the States that are boxing once a year. And they think it's great because they might get a couple of $100,000 to wait. It's no good for your career. Jarrell's boxing all the time. He just boxed on October the 6th in Chicago with a great win. And now he faces Bogdan Dino, who's come for us from Romania. I've seen this guy in the camp with Anthony Joshua numerous times. They've had great sparring together for 2 or 3 camps. A very, very talented, undefeated heavyweight champion. To clear up as well the WBA situation on that, we'll wait for their decision on Manuel Char this week. We would like this fight to be for the WBA regular title, and we'll wait on the news from them this week on their decision. Going down the card, we've talked about Nico Hernandez as well.
You know, thank everybody, you know, for all the support, and I want to thank Matchroomboxing, KO Night Boxing, you know, and all the fighters sitting right here to make this happen. And you know, Kansas, they haven't seen any kind of card like this, and you know, I've been getting a lot of support back home, and there's a lot of people that are, you know, already asking me about the fight, and you know, they're all ready to see everybody out there doing their thing. So I'm just looking forward to a great show, and I'm glad that I get to, you know, fight with Claressa right here. You know, we went to the Olympics together. You know, put in work down there. You know, also you know, another Kansas. So you know, I think we could pack the place, and I think it's gonna be a great show. Yeah, thank you.
The other part of this fantastic matchup, please welcome, of course, from Kansas, Brandon Rios.
Good evening, everybody. Yes, going back to Kansas. Where's that at? Middle of nowhere, but it's Kansas. But anyways, I'm very excited to be fighting again in Kansas since 2009 or 7. Haven't fought there, so I'm excited to be back there to fight again as a professional. Fighting Canelo's older brother or younger, I don't know. I'm just excited and I'm ready to fight. You know what I mean? I always come to fight, and everybody knows that. And they know how I fight, and I'm pretty sure they know how I fight. So I'm ready. But at the end of the day, I get to share amazing ring, an event with these beautiful people on here, these talented guys up here. So I'm pretty honored to have that. You know what I mean? Especially my boy right here, Baby Miller. Big man. He ain't a baby. So anyways, we're excited and look forward to you guys seeing us there on DAZN. And thanks to Eddie Hearn for signing me, actually giving me the fight and putting it together. So thanks to Eddie, thanks to DAZN, and we're ready. Have a good one, guys.
And this is a very important fight for the division, jokes aside, because right now the middleweight action is flowing thick and fast on DAZN. You know, we have Demetrius there, and we'll see if Danny Jacobs can become victorious tonight. Canelo obviously on the channel as well. And I think this is a fight where one of these guys could put them into a great position to become one of those contenders for the middleweight title. So I'm actually going to start with Luis, a man who I know has been waiting for this opportunity after the Danny Jacobs fight, working hard down in Florida with John David Jackson. So big round of applause, please, for Luis Arias.
We're going to start off this press conference a little different from the last one. So I'd just like to say, you know, just thank God for all the blessings that I have. You know, it's been a tough road. Thanks to Eddie Hearn in the zone. You guys could have gave up on me after my last fight, and you still gave me the opportunity, and I'm thankful for that. And you're not going to regret it. The zone, I like the idea. I see the vision, you know, that you guys are trying to go global. I don't understand why they're making it hard for you guys in America. But, you know, keep pushing at it. You know, you guys are putting on great shows, and I'm just glad to be a part of it. And, you know, I saw the fight with Demetrius, and Chris Mannix had said something during the show where he said that losses are overrated, you know, unless you got 11 of them. But, you know, it's about who you fight, you know, and I took a chance my last fight. You know, I had an opportunity to skip a lot of steps in the game, to really just jump right in the mix with the top guys, and I took it. And even though it was the worst performance of my life, you know, I fell short. You know, you take the best out of the situation. I was able to go 12 rounds on 1 foot, you know, with a tough guy. I win that fight, and I'll be fighting for a world title today. So, given that, you know, I just got to be ready. We know what kind of Rosado fighter is, what kind of the fight Rosado is, what kind of fighter he is. You know, he's going to bring the fight. You know, he's going to come to fight. I've asked for this fight since I was 10-0. And honestly, I felt like Rosado's chances of beating me would have been a lot better if I would have been only 10-0 or 14-0. I'm a lot stronger. I'm 28 now. I'm in my prime. I've been 12 rounds with one of the biggest guys in the division. And I know there's nothing in it that Rosado can bring to this fight that's going to hurt me, that I haven't seen. And it ain't nothing that he got for me. You know, I know he's tough. I've seen him more than he's seen me. And I'm going to be ready. I know he's going to be ready. And November 17th, we're still in the show. So I'll see you guys November 17th. Make sure you guys download DAZN, and you're not going to want to miss it.
At the 160-pound title, big round of applause for Gabriel Rosado.
First and foremost, I want to thank God for the opportunity. I mean, it's been a long time. My last fight was a year ago, you know what I mean? But within that time, I was able to regroup, refocus, get back with my original trainer. You know, we came off a really great win in our last fight. And, you know, I'm looking forward to this opportunity because I feel like I'm the wild card in the middleweight division. You know what I'm saying? He said about my losses, but win, lose, or draw, everybody respects Gabriel Rosado. But you ran like a coward last fight with all that shit you was talking. So remember that, all right? You was talking shit.
How many times you can't even know what you look like after the fight?
And I was fighting. You ran.
It don't matter.
The last fight you ran like a bitch.
Fighting and you still,
right?
You
So,
even know what
like
you
I
look
said,
like. Blood everywhere.
I'm the
like
wild.
Bloody again on the 17th.
How long ago was that?
All right.
I ain't been cut since like 2013.
All right. Well, we're gonna find out on the 17th.
All right, bet. We're gonna see.
What you want to bet?
sleep.
I bet you 5 racks. I bet you 5 racks. You can cut first.
That's it.
Bet 10 then.
That's it.
Bet 10.
So listen, like I said, I'm the wild card in the middleweight division. My experience, he don't even know what he got coming. He don't even know what he got coming. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I've been seeing you for way too long, man.
You've been admiring me for all them years. You've been admiring me for all those years. I feel you. I know.
Why would you admire somebody that's constantly getting their ass beat?
Word. You ran like a bitch in your last fight. You getting
I was hurt,
bro.
And I had a scratch, bro.
All right, man. I've been there.
The only blood that I had was in my sock.
Been there.
The only blood I had was in my sock. Eyes cut.
Been there. Still fought.
All that. All right, we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out.
And let's get the record straight. I ain't the dude that had.
You know I've been asking for this.
How many times I've been robbed? How many times I've been robbed? And you know that. All right. By your own homie too. You know that.
I'll give you that. I'll give you a
yeah, robbed a handful of times.
I'll give you
handful of times. A handful of times.
3 out of 11. What's 3 divided by 11?
Handful of times. So listen.
Yeah, real low. Real low. You got your ass beat so many times.
You can put 10 racks on it. You can put 10 racks on it. 10 racks. 10 racks.
Uh-oh. Hey!
10 racks. Listen, like I said, what is it, the zone?
Yeah.
All right, I was about to mess it up. Listen.
If you keep talking like this, mate,
the zone, I'm fucking with it heavy. You know what I'm saying? And I like that all the middleweights, are in the zone. I just saw Andrade in his last fight. Congrats on your win. Definitely a dude I'm looking at. You know what I mean? Would love to fight. You know what I mean? Danny Jacobs. You know, we actually got into it a few days ago. But, Danny, Canelo, it's the whole network, you know what I'm saying? They got all the top middleweights, man. So I'm just motivated to smash this clown right here and keep it moving. And that's what it is.
We're gonna find out.
Put that mask on, dog.
Find out. Put them glasses on.
You more stereo with the mask off. Put the mask off, man.
We'll find out.
Thanks very much for having me. Thanks very much, Eddie. It's an amazing opportunity for me to be over here in New York again. I love New York. It's even got some Scottish rain going on, so I'm very happy. It's an amazing opportunity for me to be fighting Claressa Shields. It's a huge fight, one that I wanted, so I'm really happy I've got it. Thank you to Matchroom and to DAZN and to Salita Promotions for making it happen. I want to thank my promotional team with Sam Kiddick, my manager, and my trainer, Noel Callan, for getting me ready for this opportunity. I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be a fantastic fight. Both Claressa and I have really aggressive styles and come forward fights, so I'm looking forward to putting that into action in Kansas. So I hope you're ready for it, Claressa. I'm ready to go, and I think we've got one hell of a fight coming up, so I'm looking forward to it. Let's go. Thanks very much.
We are absolutely thrilled to have Fight on DAZN. You saw her ratings recently on another network were just phenomenal. It's brilliant to bring her to the platform in this fight. And a big round of applause, Olympic gold medalist, current unified champion of the world, Claressa Shields.
Hi. Well, y'all got the party started, huh? All right. Well, I'd like to thank Eddie Hearn, thank DAZN, thank my manager, Mark Taffy. We had so many changes for this fight. I was so ready to fight against Christina Hammer, and then my heart got broken because she got sick. But overall, I never stopped training. I stayed in the gym. I stayed ready. And my opponent switched about 2 or 3 times, but you guys know I don't really train for my opponents. And Eddie, you said I'm an Olympic gold medalist. I'm a 2-time Olympic gold medalist. Hey. The only one in the U.S. No, it's cool. It's cool. But you know, I have so many accomplishments, so I can't really. It's hard to keep up. You know, even for myself. I don't know right now if I'm a unified champion or if I'm close to being undisputed. Whatever. I just know I got a whole lot of belts at home. Really, I just been training. You know, I'm not really here to trash talk with, Henry Rankin. You know, I do all my trash talking on social media. Y'all can follow my Twitter, @Claressa Shields. Follow my Instagram, @Claressa Shields. And, only being 6-0 and having 2 world titles at 168, 2 world titles at 160, trying to become unified champion, I don't really have to, keep saying I'm the greatest woman of all time because you guys see it. When you talk about women that box the way that I do, it's only one that's at the top with me, and that's Katie Taylor. Anybody else is they're like 3, 4, 5, 6, 10. And I think that with me being myself, I'm number 1, and Katie Taylor is 1.5. So that's how great she is, you know, and all the respect to all the women that box. You know, we have more than one fight to, you know, fight. Not just fighting each other, of course, but, you know, fighting for equal pay, equal time on TV. You know, just that equal, you know, we don't get as much sponsorships or endorsements as the men. And everybody want us to play nice, you know, but y'all know I'm not really that nice. I don't know if y'all know that or not, but I try to be. But once I get inside the ring, you know, I'm a beast. I like to fight. And, you know, come November 17th, I think I'm just going to show Hannah that she's tough, but she's too damn tough. You know, she wants to stay there. You know, I hope you work on your head movement because I got a hell of an uppercut I've been working on, and it might put you down. So hopefully you've been working on your stuff. But me, I'm not training to be on Hannah Rankin level. You know, a girl that she just got beat by, I take her out within 4 rounds, and that's Alicia Napoleon. So, you know, I think it's a great fight. Hopefully she do come in and, you know, try to box me or something, but try to come straight forward. It'll be an early night. She be smart, maybe she lasts a little longer. But I'm the greatest one of all time. There's a lot of men that can't beat me, so that's just where we at. Thank you guys.
I want to say big thanks to Matchroomboxing, presented by Eddie Hearn. I want to say thanks to Greco Promotion, to King Promotion, my manager, and be sure I'm very motivated for this fight, and will be a great show. Thank you.
I can't lie, I would have quite laughed if he swung one on you there, you know. I mean, we all would have been rolling around, but this man is, like I said, one of the most active heavyweights in world boxing right now. He demolished Tomasz Adamek in his backyard in Chicago a couple of weeks ago. It was a great atmosphere there. And, you know, he's ready now, I believe, for a shot at the world title. I think he's going to be very, very, very difficult to beat. People talk about his size, but people don't talk about his chin or his endurance or his engine or his punch selection or his accuracy. And I think he's a real player in the heavyweight division, and certainly at DAZN, we're really looking at turning him into a star of the division. He's got a great personality, he's got a big heart, and he can really fight. Ladies and gentlemen, headlining this card, big New York, round of applause, and Brooklyn, out of Brooklyn, Jarrell Big Baby Miller.
What's up, guys? It's an honor to be here fighting back in Kansas for the first time. I mean, I'm still stuck. I don't know, man. I didn't eat breakfast yet, so amazingly, I went this whole day on empty. But, you know, round of applause for this gentleman here. You know, I'm getting a lot of guys that I don't have any animosity for right now. It's just part of the business. You know, he's an undefeated guy from Romania. I know he's coming to fight. I know he's in shape. He's been in training camp. I've been in Romania twice with the Super Combat out there, Edward Irma, and those guys. I'm a big fan of Romanian culture and cabbage rolls. So, you know, I'm going to turn him into a cabbage roll come November 17th. You know what I mean? That's out of respect because we're fighters. But, you know, it's been a long journey to get to where we're at today, and I got to take my hat off to Eddie Hearn, Matchroomboxing, and DAZN, GCP Boxing, Big A Promotions, man. It's been a long journey, man, being around guys that actually know what they're doing and finally getting to this stage and, you know, getting a title shot, you know. So what can I say, man? The proof is in the pudding. I keep proving people wrong that being big is not a crime. You know what I mean? Big baby's big, and we're going to keep throwing big punches and get big wins. So I got nothing really smart to say, man. I love you guys. I love the fans. I love everybody across the world. I'm the people's champ, not just New York, Belize, or the U.S. champ. I'm the people's champ. I'm your champ. I'm your kids' champ. So I talk junk. You know, we're fighters. We talk junk. That's part of the sport. You know, sometimes we take it a little too far sometimes, and we got to, you know, hone it down. But, you know, people are watching, you know. But as a fighter, our life's on the line. So it's a different energy that comes out when we're talking to a guy that we want to punch in the face. So when you see Gabriel Rosado and, you know, Lewis talking junk, you know, they're allowed to do that because they're fighters. You know, they're allowed to talk smack each other, but as fans, you know, sometimes you gotta jump in between it. Don't worry about it. That's their job. It's part of the sport. So, and I give respect to everybody on this card, and, you know, finally getting a big headline card thanks to Matchroomboxing and Eddie Hearn. And I'm gonna put on a show, and I'm going in for the kill. I am really motivated. You know, I've been in the gym since the last fight, hitting the weights, you know, just trying to improve on everything I've been doing. And I'm fighting aggressive now. I went back to my old fighting style, just coming forward, but throwing my shots together. Instead of quantity, I'm doing quality. I'm picking my shots. So I feel my hands have been feeling really awesome in training camp. And come November 17, I'm always going for the knockout. You know, my ultimate goal is fight the bigger names in the division. You know, Anthony Joshua, Dylan White, Deontay, a.k.a. Beyonce Wilder. You know, I can't stand that guy. But, you know, let's get this win, move on to the next, and hopefully if Dylan White doesn't fight AJ, I turn that English muffin to toasted strudel. So I thank you guys, appreciate you, and come on November 17th in Kansas City.